Hi guys, Holly Hobby here. Today we are going to be making something I've never made before. Okay, you ready? Hot chocolate bombs. Okay, so it's not a scary thing. Well, a little intimidating for me because I've never done it before. But basically what it is you're making hot chocolate. And so these bombs are going to be chocolate coating. And then we're going to put some hot chocolate mix inside with some marshmallows, seal it all up, and drop it into some warm milk and watch them turn into hot chocolate. So grab some ingredients, but before you do all that, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell so you get notifications, and comment down below because I'm curious, what have you made with hot chocolate bombs? What's something else you'd be interested in me making for you? All right, guys, so what we're gonna have here is we've got some miniature marshmallows, we've got some hot cocoa mix, we've got some dark chocolate, meltable dark chocolate, as well as meltable white chocolate. So we're gonna have some fun. You can use rainbow marshmallows. You can also take extra chocolate of other varieties and shades and decorate them as well. So as far as tools go, we're gonna use a variety of different things. I can't seem to find my chocolate candy steamer thing. So basically it's a pot that sits inside of another pot that has water and it steams the warmth. So we're going to use a fondue pot to melt one of the chocolates. And for the other one, we're going to use an actual bowl and just microwave and stir, microwave and stir until it's the consistency that we want. The other thing are these molds. I found this at Target. It actually comes as a 2-for set. So essentially, when everything's done, it's going to make the shape of a ball. And you will want to make sure that you also have a tray. I've got a cookie tray with a sheet on top of it that I'm going to set underneath my molds so that way nothing drips down. And when I go to make sure that they're frozen and solid before I pop them out of the molds, that's going to help with that and keep it stable in the freezer. What you'll also see is I have another pot here. I'm going to be using this to warm up the milk. So I'm going to go ahead and portion that off now. I'm going to make enough for a total of four. I'm going to make it enough for 4 cups of hot chocolate. So go ahead and get out your measuring cup and measure out your 4 cups of water. Generally, a coffee cup holds about 8 ounces of water, which is equivalent to 1 cup. So I'm going to do 4 and we'll go from there. Some of you might use hot chocolate with hot water, and that is definitely something we do here as well. Quick and easy, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and set this onto a low heat in the front. Get the milk in there. What we don't want to have happen is for the milk to really cook into the bottom of the pan, because then you'll get like this film of cooked milk, and that's no good. So what we'll be doing the duration of this while we're in between things is using a whisk to stir. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and put the lid on, let it do its magic. Additionally, I think I want to do the chocolate in that bowl, the dark chocolate. And I don't know how to pronounce this, Ghirardelli's, but it is a delicious chocolate. So for now, I'm just going to take about half of the container, filling the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and start by getting this in the microwave. We're going to do 30 seconds at a time. All microwaves are different, so you'll want to be sure to look at the voltage of yours and adjust temperature accordingly. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the rear on a low setting and do the same thing with the white chocolate at the bottom of that pan. Now I am going to just be stirring as we're going. Once the chocolate's melted, I'm going to use a spoon to stir each of the chocolates. You can use a wooden spoon. I'm going to use a metal spoon in this case. Metal spoons are not always great with metal pots, so you'll want to know your brand and know if it's okay to have a metal device in there. For the sake of this plastic bowl with the melting chocolate, you will see it melts very, very quickly. It's already starting to go. So these melting chocolates probably won't take us too long to get these warmed up and ready. Go ahead and do another 30 seconds on that. You know, and as I'm talking about it, I really decided I'm going to use a spatula for the white chocolate. And that's already starting to melt a little bit as well. These marshmallows are awesome. If you like marshmallows, the rainbow ones are super fun. So we're going to use these rainbow ones also. The flavors are orange, strawberry, lemon, and lime. Makes it fun. Oh, one other thing you're going to need is a plate. Because when we get to the point where we remove the chocolate from these molds, we're going to want to have a little pool of water on a plate that's warm. The reason for that is when we take off one piece of the mold, we're going to melt it on here just a little bit so it adheres to the other side of the mold to make the circle. Then we can use a brush, one of the painting brushes that you're going to see here, and just solidify that seal. I'm going to check the chocolate in the microwave. That looks like a pretty perfect consistency right there. Oh yeah, that's going to melt really, really nice. Okay, easy to use. It's cute because you can use any kind of silicone brush. This one's for the barbecue. The width of it is still a little bit big. So my child had the great idea of, she washed a rubber band and wrapped it around the top here because these holes are a little bit too big for the width of this brush. So we're hoping this method might work. Looks like the white chocolate is almost done as well. Smells amazing. I am going to just stir the milk a little bit because we want it to be warm, but we don't want it to cook to the bottom. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to do the dark chocolate first. In this container, I'm just going to scoop some out, get it in each of the holes. In watching some of the videos, I noticed that they were doing really thin layers. So we'll get the opportunity, I think, to play with some of the thickness in this. And I'm going to go ahead and use the brush to get it all around the edges. It's okay if you go over the side. The whole objective here is to just try to cover up as much of the sides as possible. It will start to sink back down because it is liquid. Now, the unique thing about these containers is one side is solid, the other side has holes. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful with this one, not to lift it up too terribly much because I don't want my little hand to get burned. There will be some chocolate that dips down underneath, which is why you have the tray. Okay, we're going to set that one aside. I might have made these a little thicker than the other side. Just okay if there's a little crunch, right? They said to make sure that it's a nice thin layer though, so doing my best to try to spread it out as much as possible. Once we get the white chocolate in there, we're going to get it in the freezer for a few minutes. Okay, so I rinsed this off and the rubber band came off. So we'll just make do. It's too slippery right now to get the rubber band back on. So I'm just going to turn this off. This actually smells like marshmallows. I did cook it a little too long You can kind of see it in the bottom of the pan a little bit. So I'm going to try to get the stuff that's not burned on, which is why, again, you'll want to use a tool that will steam it up really nice without burning it down. I think I'm going to have to get another bowl for the rest of this and microwave the white chocolate. The spoon is actually working out pretty well. Even though it called for a brush, it's working. But as I'm holding this, that chocolate is pretty warm in there. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to just do the microwave method. Okay, so took the chocolates out of the freezer and they're nice solid texture right now. You'll notice the ones that have the holes in the bottom have a little bit of chocolate inside. That can easily break off. So here we go. I'm going to try to get these out of the molds without breaking them. I think that's why they use silicone, because it'll help you not break them. I think I'm going to need a spoon. I've already warmed up my water here. Might have to do it again. Actually, let me just do that real quick before I set things on it again. I'm just going to warm it for 15 seconds and we'll go from there. So, chocolate bomb. Okay, not too shabby. It's a little thick. Don't know how much stuff we'll be able to get inside there. So, good thing to note, don't make them too thick. This one has a little bit missing on this side, so hopefully that won't be a problem. We'll see. Oh, that one broke a little. What my plan is, since I kept the white and dark chocolate, it's still melted, I'm just going to add that to the outside for any spot that's missing and maybe pop these back in the freezer. Oh no, I lost that one completely. Okay, so maybe I should try to get the melted stuff that came out the hole first. Okay, let's try that. Maybe we'll try it this direction this time. Oh, that was a little nicer, much better technique. I do have a little bit of a nipple though. Okay, not too shabby, broke a little bit off. These are not as easy as they make them look on the 5-minute videos, friends. Okay, broke a little bit off of this one too. Not gonna cry over it. I'll clean that up later. So the spoon is not gonna be a method we're gonna use, but the dark chocolate. Nice. That came out really nice. Excellent. The microwave method definitely seemed to work pretty well. This one broke a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, forgot the water. I'm just gonna set that aside. Actually, the sound of breaking the chocolate off is rather soothing. Crackle, crackle. And who says we can't melt that chocolate again? And use it again. Nice. That came out really nice. Excellent. Kind of enjoying this. Okay. A little bit messy, it's okay. All right. So I'm going to do at least one with dark chocolate and white chocolate with the rainbow. So I think I am going to use that spoon though. Pour it in to this container and scoop it out. What do you think? All right. So I'm going to take one side. Oh, shoot. Broke. Take one side. Going to add a little bit of cocoa powder. Actually, we're going to melt it a little first. Cocoa powder. And some rainbow marshmallows, like so. Take another side. Use this one. Get it in there. Okay, so there's one ball. I mentioned I was going to take some chocolate and fill in the sides. Careful not to burn yourself. It's definitely messy. Not perfect, but it will do. So I'm going to set this one aside on that tray so I can get it back in the freezer. Now, because I'm making 4, I'm going to try to see what I can salvage from the ones that cracked apart. There we go. We're going to have 2 white chocolate, 2 dark chocolate. All right, there we go. I've got 4. So I'm going to pop these in the freezer for another 5 minutes, and then we will pop them into the warmed up milk and see what happens. Okay, so here are the 4 hot chocolate bombs that I was able to successfully create. They are solid now, nothing's dripping out. I did add the leftover of the hot chocolate packet into the cups just to add additional chocolate flavoring. They're going to be pretty rich as it is. So I've also taken the milk and put it back into the measuring container. I'm just going to dump this in. Obviously, you will see a little bit of chocolate already happening. Spilling. That seems unavoidable. But you should see a huge effect when we put the bombs actually into the cup. Okay, first we're going to do the white chocolate bombs. I'm going to do one at a time. So you drop it in. It's supposed to melt. Maybe I made them too thick. Oh, look, there it goes. It's starting to do some stuff. It's bubbling. Not quite as easy as they made it look. So, oh, there it goes. Cool, it totally opened itself up. There's the marshmallows and the chocolate mixing together, melting away. I'm gonna do the next one. This one's gonna have rainbow marshmallows in it. Thinking, I see some air pockets. Maybe I sealed them too well. Just thinking about it. I'm gonna just get the other ones in while it's going. Oh, there it goes. Very good. This is a lot of work. Oh, there goes another one. So I'm gathering that you don't want to seal it completely like I did. That'll help the air pockets to melt out a little bit, I'm assuming. There it goes. Nice. One left. That one just don't want to go, does it? I'm gonna get a spoon. There it goes. Now it's thinking about it. That's awesome. Okay, so I definitely learned a lot. The best way to melt the chocolate is in a bowl in the microwave, stirring every 30 seconds. The other thing is to break off the backing of the area that has the hole, so that way it pops out really, really nice. Third is keep your chocolate so that way you can fill the holes and then it's not missing everything. But then you want the milk to be piping hot, so it pops them open instantly and you get instant gratification. Super fun. Thank you guys for joining. Have a blast. If we're not getting messy in the kitchen, we're not having fun. So glad I got to try something new. Should taste amazing. Don't forget to comment down below. Let's be awesome in all things. And cheers to your success, my friends. Bye.